difficulties. You only missed 2 pitches so far. 1-1 count here. Sean Kelly fouls it off. Makes it count 1-2. Top of the 6th here, 1-1. Great game so far. Played very well defensively and on the mound. Both pitchers finding their spots.
Neither team has enjoyed much success offensively. The Angels have just 3 hits, and TJ has 6, I believe.
Lee Miller with the 1-2. Inside. A little chin music there for Kelly. He doesn't want to hit any more shots off of him.
Seeing if Kelly will back off the plate a little bit. He's crowding the plate just a couple inches from the edge of the box.
The 2-2 from Lee Miller. In the dirt. Blocked there by Aiden Knoll. Not that it really matters in that situation.
Yeah, well, as a catcher, it's a good habit to get into with no runners on base to get down and block that ball. Makes it a lot easier when there is a runner on base if you've been practicing it all game.
The 3-2 from Lehman Miller. And Kelly takes the inside pitch for the leadoff walk. It's the second inning in a row that TJ's had a leadoff batter get on base.
That's uncharacteristic of David Lehman Miller. He's not the type of man to walk many batters. You saw Aiden Knoll slap his left shoulder after David Lehman Miller walked that hitter, reminding David that he has to stay close and deliver on line with the plate.
Pitching coach will come out here. Skyler. We don't really have a last name for him. Very nice man. Met him a few times. He's got a cool dog. He pitched in college, I believe, I think at Regis with head coach Mike Benton.
You could see Lehman Miller nodding as if whatever Skyler you call him is saying is making sense to him. Yeah. Let's hope that changes his approach a little bit and can get out of this leadoff runner on situation.
Yep, we just call him Coach Skyler.
Coach Skyler, there you go. Has he helped you any, Spencer, or are you beyond help?
He's a varsity guy. Robinson at the plate, seeing if he can move Kelly into scoring position, perhaps score him here.
As a pitcher, Spencer, is there any way to sort of take advantage of an injury sustained by another player when they're at the plate?
Not really, you don't. Oh, he's caught, left out to dry. Sean Kelly. It was a bunt attempt there by Robinson. Wasn't able to get it down. Kelly's caught in the middle of the base path, has nowhere to go. The Angels aren't able to capitalize on the mistake.
That's the first real piece of sloppy defense we've seen played by the Angels so far today. We've seen a couple misplayed balls on the infield for the Spartans.
Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly, there
right
you go.
there.
But that's the first time that the Spartans have had the chance to capitalize on one of East's mistakes.
Lehman Miller with the 0-1. Taking a lot of looks over there at Kelly. Bloop by Robinson right to Ryan Michael for the first out of the inning.
That's a lucky break for the Angels. If that ball gets in play to the right side, then, oh my. You see Zach Robinson skipping as he goes back to the dugout. He's not feeling very comfortable walking on that leg at all.
You think it's interesting how they decided to bunt him over to second, or try and bunt him over to second and then just leave him there, with not try and bunt him over to third?
Well, I feel like they thought that once he was already in scoring position, there wouldn't have been much use in bunting him over to third one more time. Although, I am a little surprised that they did that because
Chris Harder with an error. That's going to get through the gap. Austin Glass comes up firing. Harder cuts it off. And that'll be, let's see how they score it.
They're going to score it a hit, I believe.
Yes, they do.
Although certainly
Harder should have had.
Certainly a playable ball for a normally steady defensive player in Chris Harder. Let's see how the Angels play this first and third situation. I think if I were Mike Benton, I would bring the corners in to potentially cut off that run, but leave the middle infielders back to see if they can turn the double play, get out of this inning unscathed.
Looks like Robbie Bales is meeting with the umpire, making a switch here. We'll find out what it is.
I'll bet it's switching out the catcher, Robinson. Although I don't know why
Robinson is not on base,
now.
so that wouldn't make any sense.
You're right.
Let's see what they're doing here. It looks like the catcher, I'm trying to see who it is. I think that's number 17, Steve Rogers, that'll be running here. So it'll be Steve Rogers running at first base here. First and third, one out. See if the Angels try a little 3-1 pickoff move here. Something they always like to do. Lehman Miller with the pitch. Off speed, and that's up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. TJ's going to take the 2-1 lead. Nico Nincy throws home for some reason there.
You know, I think he was trying to back pick Rogers off of second base. The throw was just out of control, a little bit too high. Luckily, Nowell was there to back up the throw.
Pitch right down the middle there by Lehman Miller. Might be time for a little switch. Looks like Andrew Wise, the senior, who's been on and off with the team a lot this year. He's been running track as well. Is warming up in the bullpen.
Wise. You see him warming up that curveball out in the bullpen. That's what he does. Similar to David Lehman Miller in that he's a bit of a junk baller, but
Anthony Click tries to bunt and he misses.
Any idea why Nowell didn't throw that ball down to second?
I couldn't tell you either.
Lack of confidence is the word up here in the press box.
The pitch from Miller.
That's
Called an
classic
outside
David
strike.
Lehman Miller. Right on the paint, right on the black. Nothing the hitter can do about that one. Nearly unhittable.
One out here for the Angels. Lehman Miller's got 2 strikes on Click. Two
Chance-
on.
Chance to minimize the damage here for David. There
Strike
we go.
3 on the off speed on the outside pitch by Lehman Miller. That's 2 outs.
That curveball has been his go-to pitch all game. His off-speed deliveries have been what's kept him in this game. And
Corey Hernandez will see if he can try and bring in a run here for his team. Do something with runners in scoring position, which his team has been able to do pretty well so far today. Lehman Miller. Pitch is called low, ball 1.
Nick Neely will lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Angels. He hit a ball to the wall in left field his last time up. Chance for the Angels to make up that run that TJ got right away. First, though, they've got to escape this inning.
Lehman Miller with the 1-0. Pitch is high and inside, but swung on by Hernandez. Ball gets out of play. Oh, what a catch by the fan there. He's getting a little round of applause over here.
I'm surprised at the way Aiden Nowell took off after that ball. It was foul by a good 30 or 40 feet. He took off sprinting out of the catcher's box. Thought he had a play on that one.
Yeah, shouldn't go into a career with measurements. Stick to baseball. The 1-1 pitch from Lehman Miller. Runners are in motion. Nowell, and Harder's not even at third base on the play. He is having a really tough game today. From the strikeout and throwing his bat to the play he probably should have made about 30 seconds ago, and then there.
It's a mental game. One thing just leads to another. Harder hasn't really seemed to have his game at 100% today. One thing leads to another. It's sort of a lose-lose.
For the Angels, at least. TJ. 2-1 pitch here from Lehman Miller. Ball's hit to center. Nincy backpedaling. He's able to corral it in. Lehman Miller's pumped up. What a catch there by Nico Nincy. Covered a lot of ground. Put those wheels to work. His dad is going crazy in the stands.
Nincy did not get a good read on that ball at all. His first read was to come in. He was able to turn his shoulders, go back, and make the grab. Big break for the Angels.
But speed kills.
Speed kills. Speed never has a day off, they say.
Yeah, that's true. TJ is able to capitalize on the runners in scoring position. They get a run, make it a 2-1 game. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th right after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
we're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Welcome back to All City Field. The Angels trail TJ 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Leading off the inning for the Angels, number 18, the second baseman, Nick Neely. Nick Neely with a monster hit out to left field last inning. Looks like they're playing a little bit deeper for him now.
Yeah, a lot of green space out there for a bloop hit for Neely if he can't get a hold of one.
Neely takes the first pitch high.
Little gutsy for Reed to throw a ball up in the zone on his first delivery after the pitch that Neely hit to the wall his last time up.
Neely takes a long hack, misses the pitch low. 1-1.
Trying to do the same thing he did last time up. Wasn't quite able to square it up, however.
Neely may drop one in here and right. That ball is trouble. That's going to get down. That ball's a fair ball. Lands in the gap. Nick Neely with the single. The second hit of the day.
One much luckier than the other, shall we say. Nonetheless, a base runner is a base runner, and Neely is on to lead off this.
One led to another there. Played back because of his last hit. Dropped one in there on him. Jackson Oliver will see if he can jumpstart an Angels rally right here.
You mentioned something earlier, Spencer, about Oliver maybe laying down a drag bunt.
And they appear to be playing in. They might know something's up. Let's watch.
Smart play by
first.
the Trojans. They know that with Spartans, excuse me, with the Angels just down one, they know that they might try to manufacture a run, lay a bunt down. Thus, Bowermaster is playing in on the grass at third, trying to prevent the...
Looks like he goes back here as Oliver didn't even try and lay one down. Again, best bunter on the Angels team.
He's still in, however, on the grass.
Oliver takes a mighty hack. Fouls it off the catcher's mask. 1-1.
Zach Robinson, after taking that ball off the mask, took a second and glanced around, seeing where that ball was. It went straight down after striking his protective gear.
Pitch is low, gets away from Robinson. They got a shot at Neely, though. Robinson's throw down to second. Neely's in safe. Neely swipes second on the wild pitch there by Reed. Nobody out. The Angels have a runner in scoring position looking to capitalize. Again, similar situation to last year. 2-1 down. down a little, just a little bit down in the 6th inning.
Pitcher's duel once again. This is a golden opportunity for East, however.
Do they look to bunt now?
I
With
wouldn't.
the 2-1 count. Try and pick there. Nobody there. Reed sets the pitch. Oliver swings. That one's going to get up the middle.
Up the middle.
Neely rounds third. The throw to the plate. It's cut off on line. Neely's in safe at the plate, and the Angels tie the game at 2.
Good relay by the Spartans. The throw was offline from center field. Had to get it back in quickly, but not quick enough to get Nick Neely. They got the better of him back in the 4th inning with that collision at home plate. Neely wins this time.
You think he's a little nervous this time?
That catcher, it was the same one coming around third base. I guarantee
He probably backed up a little bit.
I guarantee you he was not about to get in front of the plate, block it that time.
Mike Benton leans over to Aiden Al for a little bit of encouragement there.
That's a big base hit by Jackson Oliver.
Cooper Bowermaster in again, looking to see if now will lay down a bunt. He did his last at-bat. And that's a balk. He never came set.
classic. That was
And
a
Jackson
great.
Oliver, who should have been on second base about 30 seconds ago on that play with the throw to the plate,
You know, that was a
gets to advance there on the ball.
I'll tell you, that was a great play by Jackson Oliver. He saw that Sam Reed was glancing over at him at first base. He made a lunge towards second base as if he were going to start running. It unsettled the pitcher and caused the balk. Now the Angels have another runner in scoring position. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Angels have a chance to take a 2-1 lead.
3-2.
3-2 lead, excuse me, up by 1. It's the same margin.
Robbie Bales coming out to talk to his pitcher. Relax him a little bit after the balk call.
Look at Benton talking to Jackson Oliver. What do you suppose he's saying to him right now?
Why weren't you on second base a few minutes ago? You should be right here with me at third. Aiden now trying to do some damage here. Bottom of the sixth, nobody out. Angels score here and hold the next inning. They'll come out with the dub. First in a long time against TJ. The pitch. Now fakes the bunt. Oliver has to hustle back into second base on the
I'll tell you,
snap
Jackson
back
was lucky
throw.
not to get hit by that throw down there.
Reed's got to be getting up there in his pitch count. Nobody throwing yet in the TJ bullpen.
You know, there was somebody throwing earlier. I wonder if he's still warm. That's why. That might be why they don't have anyone up.
Andrew Wise, who was throwing for East before, looks like he sat down. I think David Lehman Miller is going to come out and finish what he started.
Man, that's a great opportunity for David Lehman Miller in his senior year after a couple heartbreaking losses to TJ. Come out and maybe get one, though. We have to see if...
Aiden now hits it too shallow to center to advance, it looks like. Oliver doesn't go. Benton holds him up, and that'll be the first out of the inning. I was talking to Lehman Miller earlier today. He was telling me that it's time to get one. He's sick of losing to TJ. He's lost to them every year. He's been on varsity all 3 years. It was time. He says he wants to beat G-Dub and TJ in the same year. He's never been able to do that. He was looking forward to it all day.
Well,
All the varsity guys wearing suits today at school. They were ready for this one. Normally it's jerseys and Hawaiian shirts. Today was suits.
the Angels certainly did beat George Washington earlier this year. Lehman Miller threw a no-hitter in that game as the Angels picked up the W 10-0 over George Washington. Nice delivery
Pitch is
by
called a
Reed.
strike there on Austin Glass.
Right there on the inside corner. Very hard for a hitter like Glass, who crowds the plate a little bit, to pull his hands in and drive that ball.
The offering from Reed. Glass takes it. He calls that one a ball.
Looked like that one was in the same place as the last offering.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know about that, but Austin Glass will take it.
The pitch to Glass. That one's called a strike.
Looked like a
As
bit
the
of
sun goes down and the lights come out, his zone changes.
There haven't been too many controversial calls today, though.
Very well played and umped game today. Austin Glass swings and misses at the nasty curveball there by Reed. That thing was moving all over the place.
Absolutely filthy. Great put-out pitch by Sam Reed.
Chris Harder will come out. Really having a rough day, as we mentioned earlier.
I think you said something about this earlier in the game. You said to look for Chris Harder to come up in a clutch situation, see if he can come through for the Angels.
I don't think so. See what Harder can do here. Senior, big leader on this team.
Chance to redeem himself. Couple rough plays. He's certainly got an opportunity to be the hero for the Angels today.
And as they always say around the program, it's a big saying, if you mess up, look for it to come to you. The
Yeah.
opportunity is going to come, and here it is for Harder. 2-2, 2 outs here. Harder swings at a pitch in the dirt. 2 strikes on him now.
What I'm noticing about his swing is he's pulling his head. He's not. That's something that they preach all the way up from Little League. High school senior Chris Harder is pulling his head on the pitch from Sam Reed.
Harder takes the inside pitch. 2-2. Reed throws the pitch high. Harder takes it. 3-2. Harder's worked the count back into his favor.
Is this in his favor? As a pitcher, would you rather be delivering? Who do you think has the advantage?
In a clutch situation, I'd much rather be the hitter than the pitcher. The pitch is inside to Harder. He draws the clutch walk there. That's going to bring up the sophomore, Will Chappell.
Now look at this. Youngest
he might
player,
be a little nervous.
youngest player on the team. Chance to win it for the Angels. Sophomore.
Chappell with just 15 at-bats this year. Came up about halfway through the year. It's a big at-bat for him. Will Chappell getting a little pep talk here from head coach Mike Benton. See what he can do here. 2-2. Needs a clutch at bat here for the Angels.
We were just discussing one of the big hitters for the Angels, Brian Winstanley. They call him the Big Moose. Is out of town with the Con Law team. I'm sure if he was in town, you'd be seeing him pinch hit for Chappell here.
Seen a lot of games where it came down to Will Chappell in the end, especially at the JV and freshman level. He's got a really powerful bat. Is a pretty clutch hitter. His only problem sometimes he tries to do too much. Little dribbler here to first, and they're able to field it and end the inning. He slides into first base on that play. I don't know if that's exactly what they're looking for there. He could hurt his hands. But that ends the inning. The Angels get one, and they tie up the game 2-2. We're going to the 7th. We'll be back right after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Pitching now for the Angels in the 7th inning. Number 10, Chris Harder. Little defensive shuffle here. Then shortstop Jackson Oliver now moved to third to replace Harder's hole. Harder moves to pitcher, and David Lehman Miller will take Oliver's spot at short. Harder's first pitch fouled off for a strike.
You see Andrew Wise warming up in the bullpen in case Harder should have difficulty here in the 7th inning.
So far, so good for Chris Harder, getting ahead in the count. 0-1. Angels with 5 hits today, TJ with 8. Looks like Harder might be having a little trouble seeing the signs. Calls Aiden now to converse.
A brief conversation, but hopefully it resolved whatever issue Harder was having. Golden opportunity for Harder to redeem himself. He had one last inning, and if with a shutout inning here, that worked the same way.
Nice pitch there by Harder. Glass having trouble with it, and out and left, barely makes the catch.
Oh
that was a
my.
rough one there.
Sure, he gave every Angels fan out there a heart attack, including Chris Harder. No feeling like that on the mound. Once that ball goes up, you know it's out of your control, and all you can do is hope.
Catch, though. That's a loud out, number 1 there for TJ. One out to start out the 7th inning here.
Tony
Great ball
Pacheco.
game today so far.
Man, it's a little too close for comfort for Angels fans and
Harder with
Spartan
another
fans.
breaking ball inside. Strike one. Harder in the windup. The 0-1. Inside. He's really jamming the guy here. Very nice pitch in here. by
Very
Chris
nice
Harder.
pitch, right on the inside corner, and you could tell just by the noise that made when it nicked the bat. Didn't get that anywhere near the meat of the bat. That was way in on the handle.
Pacheco trying to start a little rally here for TJ in the 7th.
Beautiful setting right now. The lights shining down on the field perfectly.
Ball one there. Aiden now throws it past Chris Harder. David Lehman Miller's got to do a little more work cleaning up his mess.
He does everything for this team, man.
Telling ya. The 1-2 from Harder. Pitch is high. 2-2.
Trying to drop a breaking ball in there. Couldn't finish that delivery.
See if Harder looks to go back inside where he's jammed Pacheco a few times already in this at-bat. The 2-2. Harder will step off.
Chris Harder's doing a good job of just taking his time, not...
Working at his own pace, right?
Yeah. Might be frustrating to some fans, but...
Harder offers. Strike 3 call. That pitch was gross. 2 outs here for the Angels in the top of the 7th. At the plate, trying to start something off. 2-out rally here, maybe. Number 4, Cooper Bowermaster.
2 out. Now batting. Third baseman, number 4, Cooper Bowermaster. 1 double, and 1 for 3.
Bowermaster came into tonight hitting .548 like you mentioned back in the first inning, Spencer. He can mash.
1 for 3 today with a double. Harder falls behind here, 1-0. Now he's going to go out to talk to him. Calm him down. Chris looks like he's got a little bit of nerves out there.
I mean, with a hitter like Bowermaster at the plate, I think most
Can't afford a
pitchers would.
mistake.
Yeah. Especially with the breaking pitch that Chris throws. It's a loopy fastball. If that a loopy curveball. If that hangs over the middle of the plate, doesn't finish it, that ball could be flying for a while.
Was able to get Pacheco reining in on his hands a few times. Harder's pitch is low, ball 2.
There's that curveball, but that's where you'd like to see Harder throw that pitch. Lower in the zone, even missing low as opposed to leaving it up for Bowermaster to drive.
The 2-0 off speed from Harder fouled off for strike 1.
He can throw that off-speed pitch for a strike when he needs to, which is one of the big reasons why he's effective. Andrew Wise has been throwing out there in the bullpen for like 3 innings now. I wonder if he's
maybe he's just bored. 2-1. Inside pitch. Chappell's there to make the 3rd out. And the Angels will have their shot in the bottom of the 7th. What better way to go out, win the city title, than beating TJ in the bottom of the 7th with a walk-off? We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Welcome back to EA Live's presentation of TJ and East boys baseball. City title implications on the line. David Lehman Miller leading off the inning for the Angels with a shot to win the game here in the bottom of the 7th. No man, head coach Mike Benton would rather have at the plate here.
And it's such a great moment for David Lehman Miller as a senior leader and captain of this club to be leading off this inning with a chance to give the Angels a win or start the rally in his last game against TJ. Like he said to you earlier, he's never won a game against TJ. Chance to do it here.
Right. Clutch outing there by Chris Harder there in the 7th inning. Lehman Miller will see what he can do. 1-2 here.
3 up, 3 down went the Thomas Jefferson hitters in the top of the 7th.
Sam Reed still in the game, going for the complete game.
He's thrown well. Held the Angels to just 5 hits, and
Lehman Miller, they say he did not swing. 2-2.
I think the first base umpire was a little bit surprised to get pointed at on that play.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
if he was watching the play.
not a play that most high school umpires are called upon to make.
Lehman Miller grounds to Kelly. He's had trouble today. Kelly, throw to first. Got him. That's 1.
Nice play by the
Nancy will
shortstop.
try and jumpstart an Angels rally here.
Look for him to break through. He's had a quiet night tonight. Chance to really show what he can do. That was a nice play by the shortstop, Kelly. Regaining his confidence after making a couple sketchy plays earlier in the game, including botching a couple ground balls. He was able to recover and get the leadoff runner.
The pitch to Nancy. Nancy, same exact spot as Lehman Miller. Kelly again. And he throws it away, and he has to come off the bag. Tony Pacheco has to come off the bag. That's going to be an error, it looks like. The error is going to be charged to Sean Kelly. His second of the game, almost had 3 when the one went off his foot. Nick Neely was thrown out at the plate. That'll get the Angels going with the speedy base runner Nancy on first base.
He's had about as rough a game today for Thomas Jefferson as Chris Harder has for the Angels.
Probably worse. Umpire talking with head coach Robbie Bales. Thought he got back to the Pacheco got his foot back on the bag in time, but the umpire's ruling was that he did not.
Certainly a bang-bang play down there at first. Could have gone either way.
Again, last year, Max Pendergrast was going, trying to get across first base. He was ruled out at first base on a close call in the 7th inning.
None of the Angels were happy about that one, I remember.
No, they're still talking about it. Strike 1 called on Michael.
Ryan.
The 0-1 to Michael. Pitches outside. Be interesting to see if Benton sends Nancy anytime here, or if he doesn't want to sacrifice him. He's very, very, very fast.
Showcased that speed on that defensive play earlier in the game. Great catch going over his shoulder to make the grab in center field.
Yeah. Pitch is called a strike on Michael, 1-2. Everyone on the edge of their seats here at All City. Sun is down, the lights are out. Michael fouls it off. That's going to get out of play into the stands. 1-2. This just really is a beautiful ballpark. The 1-2 to Michael. Pitch is high. 2-2. Two and two here to Ryan Michael. Taking ball 3.
High pressure situation for Ryan Michael. Handling it well, not expanding the zone.
The 3-2 to Michael. See if Nincy's in motion. He's not. Michael fouls it off. Big at bat here by Ryan Michael.
I think that's a good call by Mike Benton to not send Nico Nincy. Got one of your best hitters at the plate. No reason to take the bat out of his hands. Also, like you mentioned before, Nincy's got great speed. If Michael puts one in that gap, who knows what could happen.
Umpire just took the ball away from the pitcher. Looks like he might have done something to it. That was interesting. Did you see that?
I didn't.
The 3-2 to Michael. The pitch, off speed. Michael is able to hang with it. Fouls it off. The long at-bat continues.
That was a great two-strike swing by Ryan Michael. He was not expecting that off-speed delivery, but he kept his hands back long enough to be able to foul it off.
The 3-2 to Michael. Puts it in play. The diving catch is missed. Hurd can't come up with it. Nincy, rounds 30 stays. One out here. Ryan Michael on second base. Nico Nincy on third. At the plate, the man with the most action today, Nick Neely. This could be the time, Dylan.
It certainly could. It seems like the action has really centered around like 4 specific players for the Angels. Chris Harder, Nick Neely, Ryan Michael, and Nick Neely.
David Miller.
David Miller. I forgot
Did you
him.
say Nick
I said
Neely
Nick Neely
twice?
twice. Whoops.
And they're putting on Nick Neely, so they have a force at the plate. Bases loaded for Jackson Oliver, and I'm telling you right here, watch for the suicide squeeze.
With the force out at the plate?
Just wait. All he does is bunt. He is an unbelievable bunter. And they're going to make a move here. And he is upset. Sam Reed takes his jog out to the outfield. He's really upset. And coming into the game, the third baseman, Cooper Bowermaster. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Welcome back here to All City. Big situation here. Bases loaded. One out at the plate for the Angels. Jackson Oliver on the mound for the Spartans. Cooper Bowermaster. The pitch to Oliver. Inside. Again, hit by pitch or a walk. Same thing.
Same effect. It's still a walk-off win for the Angels and a chance for the city championship.
Oliver squares to bunt, just like your old pal Spencer told you.
You called it,
1-1.
Spencer. It's a good thing that was a safety squeeze as opposed to a suicide squeeze, because on a suicide squeeze,
They're playing
Nico
in.
Nincy would be taking off from third base.
Head coach Tony Rabbles is seeing to see if he's squared, but I'm pretty sure he got that bump back in time. The count should be 2-0. Lots of noise from the Angels crowd. Oliver. Takes the pitch high, 3-0. That pitch looked pretty fat to me. I thought that was a strike. How about you?
Sure looked like it, but we'll see, man.
Fans are on their feet. This is the time.
No pressure on Jackson Oliver here. Absolutely no pressure. It's all on Cooper Bowermaster.
Robinson's going to go relax Bowermaster. He knows what's on the line. Robinson again injured in the 4th inning, limping back to the mound. See if he limps back here to home plate. Bowermaster 3-0 to Oliver here. Big situation. The pitch. Taken for a strike. Long time there for the umpire to signal strike, but it was definitely right there. 3-1.
Could feel all the heart jump in the Angel crowd.
Oliver takes a swing. 3-2, 1 out, bases loaded, tie game in the bottom of the 7th. The situation does not get bigger for the East Angels and Thomas Jefferson Spartans.
Do you put on the suicide squeeze here, Spencer?
Not with 2 strikes now. The pitch to Oliver. It hits him in the head. That's a walk-off hit by pitch. The Angels have beat TJ. That kid has never been happier to get hit in the head. The Angels walk off. Bowermaster can't believe it. The Angels win in walk-off fashion. 3-2 Angels in 7. Ball game.
Cooper Bowermaster's reaction said it all. He fell to the ground and grabbed his head. He can't believe he just hit Jackson Oliver in the head. It'll give the Angels a victory.
The two of them are middle school teammates. Adds to it.
What a way to end it.
I would never rather get hit in the head than like Jackson Oliver just did. 3-2 final here from All City Stadium. Thanks for watching. Good night.